Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the English class. Welcome to the second semester. This is the English class for the 9th graders. So in this semester, we will learn two modules. There are module 40 and the last module is the module 15. The module 14 is titled Once Upon a Time, and the last one titled Rainbow. So in this first meeting, we will learn about the first module. In the first module, we will learn about the narrative text, include the folklores, Indonesian folklores, and also the fairy tales. It will be so much fun. And then we also will learn about the passive voice. So next, this is the Once Upon a Time. What will you learn here? What we will learn in the first module, module 14, Once Upon a Time. Finally, the friends won the game. This is the narrative text, which is Indonesian folklores and also the fairy tales next. So in this first, and then the second one is the perfect lady was finally found. Then there are grammar John, summary, and the last is actually the evaluation. Finally, the prince won the game. Welcome. In this unit, you will learn about narrative text atau bacaan naratif, and also the passive voice atau kalimat bentuk pasif. Narrative text Indonesian folklore. This is the narrative text Indonesian folklore titled Cinderella's. We will read this text. No. Cinderella's. Raden Putra was the king of Jenggala Kingdom. He had a beautiful queen and concubine. Unlike the queen, the concubine had bad personalities. She was envious and jealous with the queen, so she planned to make the queen leave the palace. The concubine then asked the royal healer to help her in her plan. One day, the concubine pretended to be ill. Raden Putra called the royal healer to give the concubine treatments. What is her disease? Raden Putra asked the royal healer. I'm sorry, my majesty, she is sick because the queen put poison in her meal. The royal healer lied. Raden Putra was true. Of course, the queen denied, but Raden Putra won't listen. Please, your majesty, have mercy. I really didn't do anything, cried the queen in her tears. Raden Putra's anger ended in a decision. The queen should be banished to the woods and terminated. He didn't know that the queen was already pregnant. Raden Putra commanded one of his generals to do the punishment. The queen was banished to the woods, but the wise general didn't have the heart to kill her. He built a simple house in the wood for her. On his way back to the palace, he smeared his sword with rabbit blood, so Raden Putra would believe that he had killed the queen. After the general left, the queen lived by herself in the woods. And several months later, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The baby was named Cinderella. He grew up as a nice, healthy, and handsome boy. One day, while Cinderella helped her mother to collect some fireworks, an eagle dropped an egg. Cinderella brought the egg to be brooded by a chicken behind their house. The egg hatched into a chick, and then it slowly became a strong rooster. The rooster isn't not ordinary roosters. The rooster could see every morning. The rooster woke Cinderella up with its beautiful song. My master is Cinderella. His house is in the woods. He is the son of Raden Putra. The rooster often sang that song. Cinderella always woke up early in the morning and listened heavily to his rooster songs. He didn't realize the meaning of the song until one day he started to think, who is Raden Putra? He asked his mother. The queen then told him the whole story. She also told him why they were banned from the kingdom and lived in the woods. Cinderella was very surprised. He decided to go to the palace to meet the king, his father. Cinderella asked her mother's permission to go to the kingdom and to tell the king what really happened. He also brought his rooster that grew bigger and stronger each day. On his way, Cinderella stopped at a village. There, he met some people who were involved in cook fighting. They challenged him. They challenged him to see how strong his rooster was. If your rooster wins, you'll get a reward, said the man who challenged him. Cinderella accepted the challenge. In a few minutes, his rooster defeated the opponent roosters. He was challenged again by other men, and one more time, his rooster won. He won again and again. The news about Cinderella's rooster quickly spread to the whole Zengara kingdom and made Raden Putra curious. So he invited Cinderella to the palace. What is your name, boy? Raden Putra asked as Cinderella arrived in the palace. My name is Cinderella, your majesty, Cinderella answered. He felt both thrilled and happy to see Raden Putra. Raden Putra then challenged Cinderella with one condition. If Raden Putra's rooster lost, Cinderella's head would be cut off. But if Cinderella's rooster won, Raden Putra would share half of his wealth. Cinderella accepted the condition. The competition was held in the front yard of the palace. The two roosters fought bravely, but in just a few minutes, Cinderella's rooster won high. Raden Putra shook his head and stared at Cinderella from his seat. The rooster is not ordinary roosters, and the boy is not an ordinary boy either. Who is he exactly? He thought. Raden Putra was about to ask when suddenly Cinderella's rooster sang the song. My master is Cinderella's. His house is in the woods. He is the son of Raden Putra. Raden Putra was surprised. Is it true? He asked. Yes, my majesty. My name is Cinderella, and my mother was the queen, said Cinderella. Raden Putra called the general who had banished the queen. The general then confessed that he never killed the queen. Later, the royal hero also admitted his mistake. Raden Putra was so shocked, he immediately went to the woods to pick up the queen. Ever since, Cinderella and her parents lived happily together. As for the concubine, she was sent to the jail as punishment. Now, because we will read the stories about Cinderella, you also can try to translate it to bahasa Indonesia. Kalian bisa menerjemahkan cerita yang tadi saya baca ke dalam bahasa Indonesia, dan kalian boleh menggunakan kamus atau penerjemah. Now, answer the question below. Silahkan jawab pertanyaan di bawah ini. Ada 20 pertanyaan. Exactly. First, who was Raden Putra? Siapa Raden Putra? Number 2, who was zealous and envy with the queen? Siapa yang jealous atau cemburu dan iri terhadap ratu? According to the royal healer, why was the concubine sick? Kenapa si selir sakit? What did Raden Putra to do to the queen? Apa yang Raden Putra lakukan pada ratu? And the next until 20 questions. You can try to translate it by yourself and answer according to the text. Jadi silakan terjemahkan pertanyaannya, kemudian jawab berdasarkan teks Cinderella yang tadi sudah kita baca ya. Pay attention to the pictures of folklores below and write down the stories based on your knowledge. Di sini ada beberapa gambar folklores atau cerita rakyat ya. Folklores itu cerita rakyat. Cerita rakyat yang sering kita dengar dari kecil sekali ya, dari SD kalian pasti kalian sudah pernah dengar cerita-cerita ini. Kalian juga bisa searching di internet tentang cerita-cerita ini. Persis Sangkuriang. So you need to search or to recalling your memories about Sangkuriang. What the story? How is the stories telling? Who is the characters? Where it takes place? Ya, di mana kejadiannya? Siapa tokoh-tokohnya? Ceritanya alurnya seperti apa? So please write the core stories here. Ya. Tulis cerita Sangkuriang ini seingat kalian dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris yang baik dan benar. And the next is Roro Jonggrang, and then Timun Mas, Malin Kundang, Batu Menangis, and then the last, please mention 5 others in Indonesian folklores and describe the following. Cari 5 judul cerita rakyat Indonesia yang lainnya, kemudian tuliskan dan jelaskan who was the character, siapa saja tokohnya, what was the story about, ceritanya seperti apa atau tentang apa, where is it from, dari mana asalnya, where did the story take place, dari di mana cerita tersebut terjadi, and when was it take place, kapan cerita itu terjadi. Nah, this is some vocabularies that you need to remember. Kingdom, queen, concubine, personalities, envy, pretend, this is healer, shock, deny, agree, anger, banish, would, give birth, hatch, rooster, bend, cook, fighting, challenge, reward, defeat, opponent, spread, and ordinary. Okay, we will read it once again. Kingdom, queen, concubine, personalities, envy, pretend, disease, healer, shock, deny, anger, banish, would, give birth, hatch, rooster, bend, cook, fighting, challenge, reward, defeat, opponent, spread, and ordinary. This is some explanation about the narrative text. Narrative text organizer. In the narrative text, the first line you can found is the orientation. The orientation is the setting the scene and introducing the characters. Usually include who or what, when, and why. And the complication, the dilemmas or problem that set up the event in the narratives. The problem disrupt the normal life of the characters in the narrative and set up a sequence of unusual event. Next, the sequence of event may include a description of event as they haven't. First, later, after, sequence of events such as while, as, when, and meanwhile, and then the future departure problems. Then the last one is the resolution, climax or ending. The problem is resolved heavily or unheavily for the various characters in the narrative. Jadi dalam cerita teks naratif ada empat komponen, ada 4 organizer. Yang pertama ada orientasi. Jadi di cerita naratif itu yang pertama kali ditulis adalah orientasi atau berisi tentang setting, perkenalan karakternya atau tokoh-tokoh ceritanya. Kemudian complication. Complication isinya adalah masalah-masalah yang terjadi pada si tokoh-tokoh dalam cerita naratif ini. Kemudian sequence of event. Dalam naratif teks biasanya selalu ada sequence of event atau bagian-bagian cerita atau ada penjelasan tentang kejadian-kejadian apa saja yang terjadi dalam cerita tersebut. Untuk menuliskan sequence of event ini, kita bisa menulis kalimat awal first, next, later, and after, also while, as, when, meanwhile, and meanwhile, ya. Dan di sequence of event ini juga akan ada pembahasan tentang masalah atau kejadian yang selanjutnya terjadi dalam cerita ini. And then the resolution, the last atau ending cerita ini. Ending dari di naratif teks, endingnya berupa resolution atau pemecahan masalah. Apakah cerita ini berakhir happily atau dengan bahagia, atau unhappily atau berakhir dengan tidak bahagia. Jadi kesimpulannya naratif teks punya 3 komponen. Yang pertama orientation, yang kedua complication, dan yang terakhir adalah resolution. Narrative text. I am learning to write a narrative text to entertain, to gain, and hold a reader's interest. Jadi naratif teks itu dibuat atau ditulis seorang penulis untuk menghibur, ya tujuannya adalah untuk menghibur atau untuk menarik minat pembaca. Untuk sukses menulis naratif teks, kita perlu yang pertama introduce in my orientation, introduction, my character, the setting and time of my story. Jadi yang pertama kita harus memperkenalkan karakter-karakter dari cerita kita. Kemudian menuliskan setting ceritanya. Setting itu adalah tempat kejadian dan juga waktu terjadinya cerita kita. Yang selanjutnya, include a complication atau problem that involves my main character. Setelah membuat setting tempat, waktu, lalu memperkenalkan tokoh-tokohnya, yang selanjutnya harus kita lakukan dalam membuat naratif teks adalah memunculkan suatu permasalahan yang melibatkan tokoh utama kita. Lalu selanjutnya resolve the problem for better or for worse, happily or unhappily. Selanjutnya tentu setelah adanya masalah-masalah yang atau kejadian yang melibatkan tokoh utama kita harus membuat resolution atau pemecahan masalah. Apakah cerita kita ini berakhir dengan bahagia atau tidak bahagia, berakhir dengan baik atau berakhir buruk. Kemudian, use my sense to describe and develop experience, setting, and character. Gunakan perasaan kalian untuk mendeskripsikan atau membangun cerita, membangun pengalaman, tempat, dan karakternya. Include adjectives and adverbs to bring my story alive and provide description and information for the reader. Masukkan kata sifat, juga kata keterangan, kata kerja untuk membuat ceritanya jadi lebih hidup. Kemudian sediakan juga deskripsi dan informasi untuk pembaca. Use a variety of sentence beginnings and length. Gunakan kalimat awalan yang bervariasi, juga variasi panjang kalimatnya kalian bisa buat bervariasi seperti itu ya. Awalan ini seperti yang tadi saya jelaskan, ada first, next, later, atau once upon a time, next day, 1 month later, and finally. Seperti itu. Kemudian, inka dialogue will skip more information about my character and their action. Jadi, silakan tuliskan dialog yang mendeskripsikan atau memberikan informasi lebih tentang karakter yang kita buat, juga tindakan-tindakan mereka. Use stimulus, metaphor, or onomatopoeia to enrich the language. Kalian juga bisa membuat cerita ini dengan cerita naratif dengan menggunakan majas seperti simile, metafora, onomatopoeia, ya. Majas-majas seperti itulah ya. Majas yang bisa kalian pelajari di bahasa Indonesia, juga di bahasa Inggris. Kalian bisa searching lebih lanjut di internet atau cari informasi dimanapun, oke? Majas-majas tersebut kalau digunakan untuk menulis cerita, pasti akan membuat ceritanya lebih kaya, bahasanya lebih kaya, dan ceritanya akan jadi lebih menarik. Oke, sekian tentang narrative text Indonesian folklore ini. Thank you for watching. Please keep fighting, keep spirit to study hard, that you will better in English. Thank you very much. We will see you again in the next meeting about narratives fairy tales. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.